So when we're discussing health and a healthy lifestyle, I think pH is of a very important note. And pH is something that a lot of people don't really understand. So for those of you who don't know what pH is basically the measurement of any fluid, whether it's alkaline fluid or an acid fluid. And it's measured on a scale from 0 to 14. So 0 means very super acidic, and 14 means very hyperalkaline. When we measure pH, we basically measure it in two ways. There's the pH of our blood, which is called plasma pH, and there's the pH of our body, which is called interstitial fluid or interstitial tissue pH. And it's important to understand that those two things are completely separate. Our body really regulates its own blood pH very closely, and there's really nothing that we're going to do from a lifestyle standpoint that's going to affect blood pH. And so when we talk about pH from a health standpoint, we're not talking about blood pH at all. That's where body pH comes in, because body pH tends to go up and down quite a bit more as it relates to things we do in our life. Things like stress, things like our standard American diet or poor nutrition, and things like either over or inappropriate exercise or under exercise, being too sedentary, impact or promote an unhealthy pH of the body. And I feel like that's where Yoli really does a very good job of even educating people that pH is an issue, and then coming up with a unique product that actually promotes a healthy body pH, which is really interesting because there's a lot of things out there that don't address pH at all. And I feel like that's kind of a missing link a lot of times for those people who are out working hard to get healthy. So there's a lot of things out in the world that help promote pH, but Alkalete is, in my opinion, by far the best, and it's the most unique one, and that's why it has a patent and a structure and function claim and all those things. The way Alkalete works is having very, very potent alkaline salts, some of the most reactive bases you can find on Earth, and they're put in a small amount within a shell of calcium carbonate, and so that you can buffer these super basic, super alkaline mineral salts through the stomach acid so they don't impact stomach acid, and they're time released in the lower GI where they can have the biggest impact. Alkalete doesn't alter pH at all. It's what all good health programs should do. They should support the body in what it's already supposed to do. The body's already designed to monitor its own pH and to manage it. So Alkalete isn't changing pH. Alkalete is giving the body back some of the things it needs so that it can do a better job of doing it on its own. Now, for me, as an athlete and somebody who's worked with high-level athletes, we also look at Alkalete or pH being a really important role with how you train and what you can do. So when you're training muscles to fatigue, the fatigue component is acid. That's your body's mechanism to deal with the contraction of the muscles and the biochemistry of the muscles producing lactic acid. So when you start increasing and promoting a healthy body pH through something like Alkalete, you're going to be able to buffer those acid wastes out of your body quicker. So I feel like Alkalete is a must-have for anybody who has competitive goals, or if you're old like me and you're just trying to show up at sand volleyball and be able to walk on Monday. Really, in order to make a big change, to have good success and to maintain that success over time as far as promoting health and promoting healthy biochemistry, you really got to address it at a root level. And I feel like that's where Yoli really does a good job of just doing foundational health in addressing the promotion of healthy things and a healthy lifestyle. And Alkalete specifically, as it promotes a healthy pH, is really a big component of a healthy lifestyle, in my opinion.